I had to re-record this beginning on the 16th of June because on the 11th, a new chapter came out that kind of strengthens my point, my purpose of this video. Okay, which I'm not going to try to do too much back talking because I kind of rant in this video. So this beginning part, I'll get my main points out the way and I'll tell you what this video is about. So then you can decide if you want to watch the rest of it or just comment your thoughts right now. Basically, what I'm talking about in this video is how people try to over-victimize and have these parasocial almost connections to characters even. Who am I talking about? Denji is the main example, okay? People want to victimize him. What happened in chapter 167, okay? They act like it was the worst thing they ever saw. They don't know how to cope with it. And I say all this later in the video too, but they were just acting like they were traumatized from this chapter. And they were trying to cancel YouTubers and other people who spoke up saying, guys, relax, it's just a story. Like, this is like kind of real life. Like, how old are you guys? You know, people reacting like they're kids and they haven't seen anything like this before. Like, and what I mean by that is the author has done worse than this, not only in Chainsaw Man, but in his other works. Other stories have worse than this. But when Chainsaw Man has a moment, like in 167, people want to cancel it, and they want to send threats to the author. And they want to be done with the show entirely, because how disgusting and how evil the writer is for victimizing and making Denji go through all these things and all this abuse and psychological trauma that the show and the author doesn't even harp on, because that's not what this is about. That's not what's happening, and these situations aren't that serious. Now, yes, let me also say before you watch this video, if I gotta say SA, okay? If SA happened in real life to either a man or a woman, that's different. We're not talking about real life. Denji, you don't know Denji. He's not a real person, okay? You don't have to feel this overwhelming sympathy for him that bleeds out of the story you're reading and goes into real life to the point you're now preaching to people online who maybe thought the scene was funny. You're calling them a sex A enabler or somebody who stands by it. But I'm not going to keep ranting in the beginning either. I'm going to let my past self tell y'all what I was thinking when that new chapter came out and how egregious I think it is that people react and try to impose what they think on the people. And it doesn't just stop at a strong opinion like, I think Denji was, this happened to him, I think Denji didn't want this, I think this is bad. It doesn't just stop there. It goes even further to the point where if you don't think this, or if you don't see this, or if you don't care about this as strongly as the person ranting and raving on Twitter, then you must be evil. You must enjoy this shit that's bad, you know, that we're condemning. You must enable this shit in real life. You must be fine with it when it happens to people in real life. No, bro. An actor on stream just got assaulted in a similar way. Okay? I don't see y'all on Twitter ranting and raving for him because he's a real person. That's why y'all not. Y'all only gonna do it for characters, bro. I don't see y'all ranting and raving for the power actor on Twitter. Now, there are people defending him and all that. I'm digressing. There are people defending that point, but my point is, you only see these people ranting and raving for the shit that they want to seem like they care about. They don't really care about these issues or these topics on a wider scale. Even off the internet, they don't care. It's only on the internet for brownie points and clout. But without further ado, let me get into this video breaking down why I think it's just completely ridiculous to react and throw up your picket signs for Denji. I swear, if you only heard of Chainsaw Man or most of these series and animes and manga from Twitter, if you only heard of them from Twitter and people online, they change the narrative and the perception of what is really going on in the story so hard. They want to victimize Denji so hard and say that, oh, this is so traumatic for him, this is the final straw for him, there's no way he's going to recover from this. And then the next chapter, the author has these motherfuckers not give a fuck. They don't care that much. The characters don't give a fuck. She just wipes her hand off. Ugh, that's nasty. Denji, you know, she kisses the motherfucker again. Like, they both, none of this shit goes the way these people who are so extremely connected to these characters ever think. And they actually get mad that you're pointing them out and calling them like crazy for saying, bro, you're gathering all of this shit from one panel. You don't know how these characters think. You're just assuming things. You're just making shit up. This is your own headcanon. They get mad, bro. But now when chapter 168 comes out, a lot of those people aren't talking anymore. They're not even saying anything because they realize, oh, all that shit, all that trauma I was talking about isn't even in the show. It's not even existing. It's not real. Some people can watch the same thing and get a completely different story from it. I don't know how. I know everybody's favorite words now online is media comprehension and media literacy and comprehension, reading comprehension. But most of these people don't even fucking use it right. The people who say that are the same ones who will watch and read the last chapter of Chainsaw Man and come to 50 conclusions that the author never foreshadowed or never wanted you to come to. Those are the people who lack comprehension on a wide scale. But let's get into this video. So, I wanted to make this video talking about Chainsaw Man and basically the current state of these anime fans and the people on Twitter and the people who watch anime, how they respond and react to the anime and manga, right? Only because I seen a video recently of another YouTuber, Chibi, and I seen, there was 2 other videos, but I only remember his right off rip. I'm not going to tag anybody or anything like that, but I seen a YouTuber who was getting a lot of flack online on Twitter because he basically spoke up or responded to all the people talking about Chainsaw Man. And I'm sure some people, before I get into it, I just want to put a couple of disclaimers out there, but I'm sure some people who's watching this video, you know the people, you know the type of people I'm talking about. You see them online. You probably deal with them if you're somebody who's in the communities, like in the chats and in the comments all through there talking and responding to people, in the group chats and all that shit. You've probably seen it, okay, firsthand. But most of us probably hear about it or see it too. Some people might be mad hearing this because I'm talking about them, right? Those people who all of a sudden in this day and age, they have an opinion on everything. They have a stance on everything. They're so morally just and morally correct about everything. They have a soft spot for everything. They have sympathy and understanding for everything. These people who make a big deal out of nothing. People who overreact, these people who try to defend someone who doesn't need defending, these people who will think that they're speaking up because nobody else speaks up, the people who think that what they're doing is some just cause, and the people who don't agree with it is shame on them. You're a bad person for being idle in this turbulent world. Those people, we know them, we've seen them. People need victims, it seems like. They want to create a victim so they can protect them and take up for them and point out how what's being done to them is wrong, so they can seem like they have this moral high ground or something. They want Denji to be a victim that he's not. They want people to be victims. They try to create victims, and I think that shit is weird. Chainsaw Man, yes, there's a bunch of cases of Denji being a victim to certain things and certain behavior, but it's also true that he puts himself in a lot of these situations. A lot of these times he wants what's happening, or he wanted it at first or whatever, but things turn left and now he doesn't want it anymore. Recent chapter is a perfect example. He wanted that shit until he found out, oh, she's trying to chop it off. I don't want it anymore, right? Well, it's no surprise that people like this also exist in an anime manga space, in a media space, entertainment, whether it's games or the people who watch movies or the people who like reading books or comics or watching TV shows or any of those things. It so happens to be anime and manga that I'm talking about now, but there's people like that everywhere. They're in all the industries, they're in all the fandoms, they're in all the communities, they go to all the places, they're here, okay? They're on all of the social media apps. Now, it's completely fine for people to feel whatever when they read something. Feel it as strong as you want, right? Because what I'm about to say, in no way, don't get it wrong, I'm not trying to say that people can't feel something or have feelings regarding what they're reading. Stories are meant to make you feel something. But these Chainsaw Man fans and these newcomers to these genres and these places, I don't know if they're newcomers because the demographic, their age group, or if it's just people who have been around, but they're now getting swept up in this new way of thinking. They're conforming to this new way of thinking. I don't know what it is. I think it's the latter. And can I just say real quick too, like with these new people on the rise and the same old people, I feel like this has always been two extremes. There's always two halves of everything, right? And then if you take those halves, you can half that, if that makes sense, right? Let me explain. There's two extremes, right? You got casuals and then the not casual fans, whatever you want to call them. For argument's sake, I'll just call them the extreme fans, right? Casual fans, extreme fans. Now, I can probably safely say I'm on the extreme side because I'm not casual. But you can't just bundle me with all the extreme people, right? We got the weird people and we got the regular extreme people, I would say. Don't get offended if you like anime just as much as anybody else, because I'm about to break that down, right? Maybe you agree with me, because I hate if I say I like this certain anime or I like that anime. You can't just give me a knee-jerk reaction and think, oh, you're one of those people. What the fuck people are you talking about, bro? Because I am me. I don't know what the fuck these other extreme people are doing, right? So when it comes to watching anime, you got different groups. You got casuals and extreme people. You got extreme casuals, I guess the casual extremists, right? Twitter. And mind you, this hasn't happened to me, but I've seen it. Okay, I've seen it because some casual people. So I like Berserk. I'm starting to get into that. And the casual people say that, and you got some extreme people who are weirdos. Oh, you like Berserk? You're a PDF file downloader. You're a weirdo. You like this? You like that? You. That means you stand by this, and you agree with these things and these thoughts and ideals in society. Like, bro, it's just a fucking manga, bro. Just because this happened in the manga doesn't mean that I love this shit. Ooh, give me more of this every day. I'm looking for any source of media with this in it. I can't say the word, but it rhymes with grape. Okay, grapes. Ooh, I love grapes. Nobody's doing that, bro. You like Berserk, that's in the story. That's a part of the story. You're there for the journey. These people take things the next level, and maybe I'll make a video on that because I'm not explaining it good right now. Like I said, I'll be ranting. I'm ranting right now. So there's two different types of extremes, and the line has to be drawn somewhere. If I like anime just as much as these people making threads and posting all their favorite waifus and making tier lists of random characters that just all have the same blue hair color, I'm not doing all of that shit, bro. It's fine if you're doing that. I'm not condemning you, but you gotta admit that's a level of extreme. You love anime to a certain extent. I love it too. I'm looking at the animators' names. I'm looking for the authors' names. I'm studying the shit. I'm looking at how, the process that goes into making manga, because I want to make one later too. I'm studying all this shit. I can't say I'm casual, but I am extreme, I guess. I'm on that other end, but not like those other people on it too. I'm sure there's people like me who like it just as much as the next guy, but we know the line. Like we know the difference between fantasy and reality. That's my point. Some people, it seems like they don't. They cross that line, they blur them together, and they go all the way with it. And it might sound like I'm just bashing people for feeling a certain way or liking a certain thing, but that's not what I'm doing. Because I like I said, I like it as much as them. I understand that, but it's how you like it. You could have two people that love fighting. They both love it differently. One way is objectively bad. He likes to just punch old people. He beats on people in the street. He insults people without even asking them. He wants to knock people out. He wakes up wanting to knock somebody out. This is how he loves fighting, and this is how he expresses that love. Then you got the other people who won't even pick a fight with somebody smaller than them, somebody weaker than them, who might only fight in the ring. Somebody who might, they love it just as much as the other guy, but they love that thing differently. That's what it comes down to ultimately, I think. But yeah, it's just fine to feel something from stories. That's the purpose, right? You're supposed to feel for the character. You're supposed to feel sympathy. You're supposed to feel sad when this character looks at his friend dying. You're supposed to feel bad when Gohan is crying because he's scared as fuck in the woods. You're supposed to feel for a lot of these characters, bro. You're supposed to feel Like, yeah, encouragement for them. Like, yeah, go ahead, blah blah blah. Do it. If they're doing something good, you're encouraging that. You're egging it on. You're behind the scenes. You're wanting it to happen with them, right? That's fine. But there's like a new wave of people who go outside the realm of that. They go completely outside that realm to the point where they want the author canceled because their sweet little baby boy or whatever new infantized terms that they can use to refer to characters in a cutesy way, right? Because that's all people do on the internet now is infantize things and refer to these characters in cutesy little ways and shit. But their little sweet baby boy Denji or whatever the fuck word they call it, I'm sure you see it. He's being hurt. Oh, get him away from these evil women. They want to cancel Fujimoto. I've seen people saying they want to kill unalive Fujimoto. Okay, I might have to cut that out anyway, but I'm hearing them say they want to unalive him. They want to delete this dude. They want to delete Fujimoto because they can't stand and they don't know how to cope. These are the words they're saying. They don't know how to cope with Denji's trauma that he's getting subjected to, and they've never seen something like this, and this is unbelievable, and this is so painful to watch. Oh my God, bro, it's not that serious that you want to delete the writer or want him to stop writing because just to save this character. You want to save your sweet little boy so much that you want the author. You realize the dude's on paper. You realize it's a character on paper. So the only way to save him is to inadvertently get the author to stop writing him in these situations. You know he's not going to stop writing him in these situations. So you go straight to deleting the dude. So he can't write him in these situations anymore. You don't have to bear Denji's pain with him anymore. Like, these people act like Denji's their friend that they know, like they can save him. Like, he's not your victim. He is not somebody that you know that you need to feel bad for to the extent that it's going outside of just how you feel about the story. When you think about that story, like, you should not be leaving this story and still thinking so heavily about it where it's bothering you, where you can't sleep, where you can't cope with it, where you're getting trauma too. You're experiencing you're trying to say you got shared trauma with the character in the story. No, bro. This is not what the medium or the art is for, bro. This is not what the fuck you're supposed to be doing when reading these stories, man. And I feel like, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Somebody tell me in the comments and let me know how I'm wrong. But I feel like a lot of these people, and it's not everybody. If you like Chainsaw Man, I'm not talking about you. Listen to what I'm saying. It's these people who go so crazy. Okay, I'm not talking about the people who just make posts. There's nothing wrong with just making posts. I read the posts that people make. I don't make posts personally myself all the time. I just started making videos. So like I said earlier, you can bundle me in the group. If you got casuals and then the people who are not casual, which is whatever the fuck, right? Then there's two halves of both of those groups. You got the casuals who are super casual, like they watch anime because they like it, they think it's cool. People who they know watch it maybe, or they just stumbled upon it one day. They know a couple of anime. They couldn't tell you everything about anime and all that. But then you got the other casuals who've been watching Dragon Ball and Bleach or Naruto, one of the anime since they've been a kid. They can tell you about all the characters. They remember all the scenes. You know, they play the games, but they're still casual to an extent because they're not the non-casuals who do all of that. Play the games and they watch the shows. They've been watching them since a kid, but there's an additional layer of them loving. Well, we all love it, right? We all love it, but it's the way you love something, right? It's the way you love it. The other ones who are non-casual, you might find people like me. I'm on the non-casual side, but not on the other half of the non-casual side with the people who are kind of weird, right? I'm not with the people who are kind of weird. I don't go too deep in and get attached to them, or I'm actually loving these characters. I'm not in these threads going endless, non-stop comments, having to get interactions every day. Okay, but I do research shit. I just started making a fucking channel, so I can't say I'm not, I can't say I'm casual. I got a channel now, bro. Come on, that's not casual, right? I look at animations and animators, and I try to research a little bit, find out who the animators' names are, what the voice actors' names are, when the next show is coming out. Oh, this my favorite artist right here also drew this series. I figure all that shit out, just like the other people in my bubble. But there's got to be a line drawn somewhere, bro. Because if I say I like Berserk, or I like the Monogatari series, or I like what's that one show with the kids be dying? Like, if I like the one show, it's called Made in Abyss. If I like Made in Abyss and all these other just anime that I just stumbled upon over time, okay, it's a good anime, and then I go online and I figure out that there's a groups of people who look at these things in such a crazy, like, weird way that if you like some of these animes that I named, you're automatically bubbled in a group and called like weird or this and that, or a PDF file downloader. You should know what I'm saying right there. PDF, that's the new term to not get canceled. PDF file download. I'm not saying I've been called none of this shit. Hell no. Or I don't even know people who call none of this shit. I know people who watch these things, right? But they have not been called that shit. I know some of them's casual. That's what I'm saying, right? They're casual. They just watching the anime. They thought Made in Abyss was pretty good. Like, oh, that shit's kind of scary and shit. The kids are dying. Like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. It's a mystery. But you got people online who's looking at it through a whole different lens to come to the conclusion that it's a PDF file type of. I still to this day, as not being a non-casual, and I've heard people talk about how the show is weird, or not how the show is weird, but how people who watch the show are weird on this end of the line, on the internet, and this side of the internet, and all that, like the Monogatari series. And I still don't understand it with Made in Abyss. Monogatari, I can understand what the parts that people say are weird. Like, yeah, that shit's obviously weird. I'm not there for that, though. I didn't know that shit was going to be in the show when I watched it. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point. Like, people, it's just crazy. But I think I'm digressing. I don't even think what I'm saying now is my original point, honestly. My main point is, let me reel this back in and finish this video. I don't want it to be too long. These people have a severe attachment to characters, and these characters, the experiences they go through, they try to make you sympathize too hard with them. Yeah, you're supposed to, like I said earlier, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with any feelings of any kind, but you always gotta keep yourself in control, bro. Because people are out of control. I feel like. Maybe tell me again if I'm wrong. Comment down below if you see the same things I'm saying. Like, have you seen people talking about Chainsaw Man in this way that I'm talking about? Like, it's like mind-boggling, bro. If you didn't watch the show or didn't know about it beforehand, if you didn't read it before, you would think that this is like the most vile shit that's going on. Like in the recent chapter with the whole Yoru thing, and before when he was in the theater, the girls were trying to flirt with him, and he didn't want it, okay? But people were reading Chainsaw Man, and they'll act like if you didn't have a problem with that scene, then you're all of a sudden, I can't say that word, SA, like you're in alignment with it, like you agree with that, you enable it, you help it. You're fine with SA of any kind. Like, it's like, yeah, in reality, in any reality, yeah, okay, that's not cool for whether it's a woman or a dude at the end of the day, right? But this is a character, and this is a story being told. The author, that from the beginning has been putting him into certain situations like this. You should be used to it. Not only should you be used to it, so that means you shouldn't have a reason to want to cancel this nigga. You shouldn't be surprised as much when it happens again. And you should know by now that this is a story, and you can't think for this character, bro. If he wants something to happen and he's getting manipulated by Makima because he just wants some funds, then he's going to get that happening to him. If he wanted the girl to pull on his chainsaw and then she started talking about, I'm going to cut it off, and he said, wait, never mind, then that's just the scenario the author wrote. People act like this recent scenario also with Asa and, the Evangelion hand. Let me just call that the Shinji hand. Asa with her Shinji hand, right? People think that this is going to be some super deep traumatic thing and blah, blah, blah. And, oh, my God, my poor boy. Bro, that this is not even the type of writing the author does. But yeah, there's this trauma there with certain things and certain characters. I'm not saying there's not trauma ever in his writing, yeah, but these situations, every situation Denji's in is not just SA, bro. It's not. I was about to say the word by accident. I'm not used to saying SA. It's not just SA, bro. It's not. He's not a victim every single time, bro. He is putting himself in these situations like a fool or knowingly, whether he knows it or doesn't. Like, he's putting himself in a lot of these situations. Right? This author has done worse. That's a fact. So for people to be sending death threats to the author or wanting to kill him or wanting him to stop this at all means, I think that's a little crazy. It's a little over the top. And you gotta remember, at the end of the day, it is just a story. Like I said, you can feel bad for this character. You can say he's the most sympathetic character he's been through the most, and he's been used the most, and he's so defenseless. You can say all that, and it's fine. That's your opinion. But stop going so crazy on the internet for it, bro. Stop trying to call other niggas who don't see that shit. Stop trying to call them like they enable SA or they agree with that shit or something like that, or they're evil monsters too, just like the women who are being so cruel to Denji and using him and taking advantage of shit. Stop doing that, bro. Stop it. Stop. Okay, stop. It's a manga and an anime. What are you gonna do? Like, you gonna pollute everybody's mind, bro? Y'all be changing the narrative until, like, from the outside looking in. Every other fan, like, it's like, oh, what the fuck are you talking about? But people from the outside are gonna see a lot of the majority of the fans talking about a certain manga and stop reading it, or this author should die and this and that. And they're gonna see that shit, and they're probably gonna think that is one-to-one what is going on in the story and how things should be perceived. That is not how all these things should be perceived, bro. Yes, the manipulation is there. You're not speaking to anything that nobody knew. We all seen it. The author knows he's getting manipulated. He's writing this, bro. It's not a surprise to anybody. But why are you guys getting surprised? Like, we know he got manipulated. Denji knew it. What happened? He said he's tired of that shit now in this new saga. Is he regressing? Maybe. This is a character, bro. Let's find out, bro. Stop crying every time something happens to him when he's not even crying about it. You're taking it harder than the character is, bro. Do y'all realize this shit? You guys are taking these things harder than the character is, especially when most of the time the character is supposed to be able to, like, you know, they struggle through it and overcome the shit. How come a character that you love can overcome his situation, but you can't? You're still traumatized by the character's situation. That nigga's been overcame the shit? Come on, bro. Like, your favorite character Ben overcame his situation with no therapy, did it himself. And you're still traumatized and still talking about how you're going to need therapy. And people say this shit. They talk about how they need therapy. They don't know how to cope with this. They can't wrap their mind around it. They talk like they have mental issues now, like the character in their mind. They're saying he has mental issues. Like, this nigga been mental, bro. Come on, he started off wilding, okay? Let's just say that. He started off wilding in the beginning. Like, the way he thinks and how his desire, like, oh, I want this jelly on my sandwich. Boom. He got jelly. He fulfilled his dream, his desire that he was going to do anything for. Now he wants another one. Oh, I just don't want to squeeze him through it. Like, that's his next desire. And it keeps moving, bro. That's all. So, I just want to know, this is a rant video, but I just had to get the thoughts out there, bro. I had to get the thoughts out there. I've seen some other people talking about this a little bit. And I see too many videos on it, more like comments and posts and shit. These people are wilding out here. The video's already 20 minutes, I'm stopping now, though. It was only supposed to be like 10. But I started ranting, but whatever. Maybe they get a lot of views, maybe they won't. Like, subscribe, all that. Dislike, like, every bit. Watch my Boruto video. If you want me to talk about some shit, let me say it in this video, because, like, I'm still starting on YouTube, so I'll make a bunch of videos. I don't care if it's a little reckless and it's not clean all the way like this one, right? So let me just say, for everybody who's still here, I'm going to be talking about Kaiju number 8 soon. I was already reading the manga before the anime came out, so I'm gonna start talking about the manga, and maybe the anime a little start talking about the manga though, right? I'm talking about the manga. The rise and fall of it. I start talking about, I can't even name the shits right now. Like Gachi Akuta, that shit's about to get an anime now. Like, it's a bunch of joints, bro. I'm about to like, if you want to see me talk about some mangas and some shit, let me know, bro. Watch my Boruto breakdown. I haven't done a breakdown on too many other mangas yet, but watch my Boruto breakdown if you like my observation skills, nigga. If you like my what's it called? My prognostications, my preconception skills. Then let me know. If you like what I'm saying in the Boruto video, but you want to hear what I got to say about something else, let me know. What mangas do you suggest? Because I probably already read them. Honestly, I'm telling you. Like I said, the two extremes. Like I feel like I'm like this other. I'm not saying I'm the only motherfucker who really watch anime and read them, that act the way and do the things the way I do it. But there's a lot of other people who read things the way I read it and read it as much, but aren't on that other side of the fence with the weirdos, right? That's what I'm saying. So there's a lot of people on this good side that really fuck with anime. On the regular, normal people side of the fence, people who could love shit. So probably some motherfuckers cried in anime. That's cool too. Like, go ahead, you cried watching Naruto, believe in it. Go ahead, you over there. I didn't cry watching Naruto. Shit, when I was a kid, I ain't gonna front. I was almost crying at some of the Naruto scenes when they had the flashbacks and they talking like, bro, why you do this, bro? Come on, we friends. Yeah, nigga, I'm sorry. I don't really hate you, but I'm gonna hit you with this Rasengan. I almost broke some tears, bro. My shit was welling up. That water was about to start flowing. No diddy. But it was there, man. I'm just saying that all that shit is fine, bro. You can feel however you feel. Talk about it, yell about it, argue with niggas online. That's cool. But it's just how you do it. It's how you do it, bro. If you going so crazy that you arguing with niggas about like, and you acting like what you're saying is fact, and you're not just like, nah, bro, come on, my nigga right here is nice. Like, nah, Deku cool, but my nigga Naruto nice, bro. I don't know. What about he ain't got nothing like the Rasengan. You're not arguing. Like, what happened to the old arguments like that? Now niggas is like, no, my series is goated. Fuck you. Go delete Kishimoto. My nigga is the GOAT MC. New gen rules. This is the best MG, top MC of the new gen. Look at all the stats online. Look at the numbers, and they forging shit like, bro, y'all niggas just be going crazy. All this agenda shit. Niggas be talking about agenda piece. Well, maybe, I mean, that shit's everywhere, bro. They got a name for it. They got names for shit in every different community. One Piece got a name for their thing too, agenda piece, because that shit's funny as hell. Every other community got agendas too, and all of the agendas are different. But it's a new thing that people start to do. It's like based in delusion. It's not just fan shipping, or it's not just like the strong opinions. It's not just you talking about your favorite character. No, these people be going through threads, trying to argue and bring up quote unquote facts and evidence and proof, quote unquote proof of something that clearly the story is not telling you to be true. But they're trying to make it true, and they're trying to let everybody who watches the show know that no, fuck what everybody else is telling you. This is really how this thing works in the show. Sanji really is stronger than Zoro and can beat Gear 5 Luffy toe to toe with one hand behind his back while cooking ramen. Like, no, bro, this is not how this shit works, bro. Okay, bro. Deku is not killing Goku if he's going easy on him. No, Goku is not Detroit smashing Goku, okay? And that doesn't even matter that much because that's a different series, but it's like, bro, you know that he's not. It's like trolling at this point. Some people really be trolling with it because, like, you know, that's all fun and games too, but like, damn, bro, how hard are you going to keep going? You in every comment? You everywhere. You talking to everybody, trying to get them on your train. Like, that's not even the problem. The problem is the Denji Chainsaw Man shit. That is a real problem. Like, yo, that's like delusion, and like, it's becoming a problem with people. The trolling, the trolling agenda shit. I mean, it's a problem. It's annoying. It's not a problem. It's annoying. That's all that is. That's annoying. That's why I mentioned that. It's similar to that, but that's not even the same extreme. Like I said, there's two extremes, bro. It's always like two extremes. You got the little trolly people who be trolling, and they know the shit not real. If it really came down to it, they'd be like, yeah, whatever, bro. But fuck Zoro. But they know. And you got the people who really believe that shit, and they going crazy, and they getting mad. They trying to dox people. They trying to like send threats to the author when the character don't do something. They making threads and theories on how this thing is true, that's not true, and it's crazy, bro. Denji is such a victim, right? He needs you to save him out of the story of Chainsaw Man because he keeps putting himself into these terrible situations that he can't save himself from, and he has nobody to protect him. He doesn't have a chainsaw devil in his chest that he can use. These aren't antagonists that he's dealing with. It's not a plot point or a character moment that he has to triumph over. I forget the term right now. It's not any plot character development for him. No, it's not any of that, bro. It's a pitiful little soul. It's a pitiful character, pitiful little baby chainsaw boy that needs you to help him. It's just so sad what happens to Denji. Only people realize that this is just not good. This is not right, bro. This is not right. What happens to Denji? This is not right. This is injustice. This should not happen to Denji, bro. It just makes me so sad, bro. I can't wake up. I wake up in the middle of the night thinking about how Denji got taken advantage of, bro. I wish I was there to help him. I wish we canceled her when she did that to him. I wish we canceled Fujimoto before he did that to him. Oh my God, that's how these people sound. It's stupid. It's crazy. Stop it, bro. Get some help. Stop it.